What's good, relatives? How y'all feeling today? Found some videos about this new brilliant diamond and shining pearl. That's what we about to look at today. So you feel me? We got this video by HDVee, I think. Yeah, HDVee. See what this man got to say about the new Pokemon going on.
Hey guys, HDVee here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty cool stuff to go over. We have some new gameplay for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Some new footage has emerged. It's about a minute long. It's all about the Great Marsh. We also have some new information about the music being used in BDSP and why there could be a couple of issues with that, and some other things to take a look at as well. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really does help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. With all of that out of the way, though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's take a look at this new gameplay for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Bro, this
So,
look
if you live under
fire.
a rock, basically all of the previews for the Generation 4 remakes came out a few days ago. They showcased some new gameplay in the hideaways, the underground, the contests, and some other things as well, which we hadn't really seen before. And they also gave us new information about the XP share, auto save, no capture the flag in the underground, no online pop and make it, just loads of stuff. I made a couple videos about it a few days ago if you missed it all. But we also had like a 10-second clip of the Great Marsh on Twitter, which I was going to cover, but now we have new footage of the Great Marsh. It's about a minute long, and it's this video here. Well, the video is 3 minutes long. It also has information and gameplay of like things that we've already seen, like the mini games and stuff, the different hideaways. Like if you missed any of this gameplay, I'll link it in the description down below. But yeah, this is kind of all the brand new gameplay that we got. But yeah, the Great Marsh full gameplay clip.
Bro, that looks fire.
We're going to be covering that today. Now, of course, a lot of people thought that we weren't even going to get the Great Marsh. A lot of people kind of had the idea that we're going to do something similar to what they did in Let's Go. So with the Safari Zone in Let's Go, it's like the Pokemon Go home kind of thing. So when you trade Pokemon in from Pokemon Go, you go there to like catch them, and then yeah. So a lot of people thought we were going to get something similar to that in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, but that is not the case. We actually have the Great Marsh back, and this is the gameplay clip of it. So we have the train here speeding along. It says the Safari Zone is back in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So then you come out of the Safari Zone train thingy, and then yeah, there's just like loads of different gameplay screenshots of it. So the beloved Great Marsh will be playable in the remakes. So we've still got like the swampy water and stuff, all the different kind of sections to the Great Marsh. Really like these clothes as well. I can't wait to have these on my protagonist because I think they're the best ones. It says letting players encounter Pokemon in a different way. So you encounter the wild Bidoof. I really like the mirroring on the water and everything. Like again, more details that have gone into this game that people don't really necessarily take a look at. But yeah, it looks really good there. I really like the background as well. It's all gloomy and kind of foggy. It just kind of gives you the vibe that the Great Marsh should be. So yeah, this is what the screen looks like in the Great Marsh. So you have your Safari balls remaining in the bottom right, at the bottom left, should I say. And then you have ball, bait, mud.
Critics are calling Ron's Gone Wrong a fun film for the whole family. Ron's Gone Wrong, only in theaters this Friday. For the efficient, Lenovo Yoga with Rapid Charge.
I'm not gonna lie, the best Pokemon game ever to me is Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yeah, look at this battle screen.
Fire.
So good. I love the fog in the background and all like the kind of not dead trees, but they're kind of withering away a little bit, and then like the swampy water as well. So yeah, this is what happens when you throw.
Bro, is that a Nike jacket?
There's no fighting.
Bro, he's wearing a Nike Pokemon under windbreaker.
That actually shows you launching the bait as
a Pokemon.
Just gnawing away at that bait, and Bidoof is eating, and then Bidoof is watching carefully. Bait makes Pokemon stay, while Mud makes them easier to catch. Just like bait and rocks and stuff in the original games. And now he's throwing some mud at Bidoof. Just launches that mud right in the face. So yeah, if you don't know, basically, bait makes the Pokemon more likely to stay in but harder to catch, and then mud makes the Pokemon easier to catch but less likely to stay in. So then it says Bidoof is angry, and Bidoof is watching carefully.
I never knew that.
And then I love how there's still like movement.
I actually thought it was the other way around. I thought when you throw mud, you feel me, you make them flee. When you throw bait, they like you more, so it's more likely you catch them. That's what I thought.
Like, even the trainer and everything still moving. Is like he's not just stagnant at the same spot. Then throws a Safari ball, and then 1 shake, 2 shake, 3 shake. So that is the game.
The worst is when you get that 3 shake and they still pop out.
Bro,
Especially on a legendary or a shiny.
So as you can see, they're still kind of revealing new stuff. Not necessarily new stuff, but kind of just showing new gameplay about the upcoming games. But yeah, I really like how the Great Marsh looks. I honestly, I have no like negative things to say about this. I love the kind of mirroring in the swampy water. I love the foggy background. They're not all like the same background either, which is really cool to see. And I really like the overworld as well, like with the shadows and everything. Just the Great Marsh looks really good. Yeah, I honestly, I'm really happy that it's back in the game. Like I said, this will be linked in the description down below if you want to see any of the other gameplay. As I said, it just kind of goes over contests and stuff, and then a few of the different hideaways, and then the poffins, and then I've also got like the customization at the end. I don't think these are any new customization items here. I think these are all the ones that we've already seen.
Oh, snap! You customize their clothes.
I'd like to know if there was new ones.
Bro, I haven't been in Pokemon for a minute, so don't hold me.
4 options like is a little bit low. I know we weren't even expecting.
I'm definitely getting back into it though.
Anyway, but yeah,
getting back into everything that used to make me happy.
That again will be linked in the description down below if you do want to check any of that out. Coming up next, we have something pretty interesting to go over. This was tweeted out by Lutu, and basically he's tweeted out saying, so a friend discovered that the trainer battle theme in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl sounds like an MIDI because it uses the default trumpet sample if you were to directly drag the original Diamond and Pearl MIDI directly into Cubase. Currently laughed my ass off. So why is this an issue? Well, this is, I think, the gameplay clip that we just spoke about, actually, with the Great Marsh and everything. I'm not too sure. But anyway, what does this mean? Because obviously I don't really know what it means, so they obviously explained it. That if anything, this points to at least the audio of the game being super rushed or plain unfinished in this preview 1 month before release. The wild battle and some of the music sounds fine, but some are MIDI farts. I'm so excited to make videos on this game when it releases. And then to clarify a few things I've seen, yes, we hear this theme in an actual trainer battle as well in the IGN video. And then Keijiyama is leading a sound team. Might not be a work in progress and instead someone under him. The reason why I think this is that Veilstone and Galactic have the same MIDI noises going on. So yeah, it's a little bit worrying that like the music has been really rushed or it's just unfinished in the trailer that we just saw. I don't know if they're referring to this trailer or whatever, but basically like in the new gameplay that we've seen. But at the same time, this could be gameplay captured from like a couple of months ago. We don't necessarily know how the kind of work timeline has been because at the end of the day, when we got these revealed to us, the games looked completely different to what they look like now, and we got new updated screenshots as the months went by with again no kind of confirmation from Game Freak or Nintendo or Ilk or anything like that. These new screenshots just popped up which had like the protagonist looking shorter and then like the shading and stuff in the background being different. And then, of course, we got like the new Switch OLED trailer, which showed even more stuff about Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And then we actually got the new trailer, which showed the overworld, everything like that, like a month ago. Which obviously, like I say, just had a completely different look to the game. So this could be this could have been captured like months ago. The music could have been captured months ago. For all we know, it is just a work in progress, and they just used it because at the same time as well, in the different trailers that have come out on like the Japanese website or the English website or whatever, there's differences in all of the trailers. Like some of the trailers use Pokemon that are like different sizes and have different backgrounds and stuff like that when they're the exact same location. So they are using different builds of the game in different trailers. So personally, I hope that it is just not rushed and that it's not unfinished and they've just used like a really early kind of version of the music by accident maybe or something like that. But we'll have to wait and see for that.
Hey, some of the Pokemon music be going crazy though.
Quality of life update again tweeted out from Lutu. And they says, how cool, found on Reddit, they updated Chimchar's idle animation for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So this is what he looked like in obviously the Gen 7 games, and now this is what he looks like in the Generation, well, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Generation 8 games, obviously. So as you can see, instead of just rocking side to side like that, he kind of like rocks to the side and then like does it again, and then rocks to the side and then does it again. So yeah, I kind of like the fact that they're updating idle animations and stuff for different Pokemon in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which is also another reason as to why I don't really know why they've cut like 43 Pokemon from the national decks, because they put all this extra effort into like idle animations and like the backgrounds and stuff like that. Surely 43 more Pokemon would have been easy to add into the game because they did pretty much all the hard stuff. So I feel like there's a reason why they haven't done that. Again, a lot of people think it's mythicals, legendaries, but again, there's only like 20 odd up to Generation 4 that will be scrapped. So that means there's like another 20 odd Pokemon that won't be in the game. So It will be interesting to see which Pokemon is scrapped. It might be a couple of stars, but at the same time, that wouldn't really make sense because Pokemon Home is right there. You should just be able to transfer them in. So, again, we're going to have to wait and see, but that is some more new information that was dropped the other day about the national decks. If you didn't know, basically, instead of having the 493, there's only going to be 450 Pokemon in the game, all from the first 4 generations. So we don't know what's been scrapped, but some stuff has been scrapped, and we'll have to wait and see. But that is pretty much all of the new stuff that we're going to be going over today. If you have been looking on Twitter and stuff, you would have noticed there's a bunch of kind of leaks and rumors going around right now about like the Chinese Riddler and stuff, Centro saying other things and whatever. We'll be covering that because the Chinese Riddler is legit. Centro kind of isn't. I think he's been exposed on Twitter as well today. So I saw something about that, which is also very interesting. So we'll have to wait and see what kind of happens with that. But either way, this is the end for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new. That's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.
We'll catch you next time, man. We'll catch you next time, man.
That moment when you realize you're finally home. OliverRealty.net.
About to check out.
Grammarly helps you work more efficiently,
Oh,
which
ads.
makes accomplishing your work goals easier.
Then we got this video we checking out best teams for each Sinnoh starter and Brilliant Diamond. People gonna be watching this getting
What's
the
going
most
on,
ideas.
Imperials? It's Emperor Cubone here. The Sinnoh region is making a comeback, getting 2 high-profile releases just a few months apart. And personally, this place
Hey, what does Cubone look like without his bone mask?
is one of my favorites, with all of the cities being so familiar and some of the best nature that we've seen in the Pokemon world. But of course, another winning aspect of the Gen 4 region is the starter Pokemon. And really, there's not a bad choice as far as being able to carry your
Chimchar.
team throughout the game. I've outlined
Chimchar.
my ideal team for the Sinnoh region
I
before,
always start off with
but
fire.
what if those aren't available? Well, let's see what might make up the best team if you were to pick each of the different starters. So let's be honest, the most likely outcome is that most people will pick Infernape. It's not my first choice, but I can understand the allure. It's strong, and it's sudden, and it's cruel sometimes, but it is indeed a terror. Lots of powerful fire and fighting stat moves lead it to be effective against pretty much half of the game, and even the first gym if you grind hard enough. And of course, this flaming monkey has lots
By the
of great
first
coverage
gym, I
as
already
well,
got
but
a
I'll let you
level
decide which
30
specific ones to
Monferno.
use based on your playstyle.
I be training.
So, as fun as it might be for some people to
Hey,
only
that grass
use
is your best
starter
friend. Take
as
your
a
time.
fire and fighting type
No
Pokemon,
rush to beat the whole
Infernape
game.
is weak to water, ground, flying, and psychic, so it will need help in some areas.
Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch. I think it could learn Dark Pulse for ground. I don't know. I think about that. Earthquake be fucking up Inferno.
The first obvious addition to the team would be Staraptor. Not only is this an amazingly strong bird Pokemon to help you not care about the ground types, but it's one that you can find almost immediately from the start.
And Staraptor
This is
can use
either
close
the first
combat.
or second Pokemon that you'll come across in the wild and can be best friends with your starter. Also, I'm not sure how the HMs will work in these remakes. I'd like to think that they won't take up move slots, but if it is in the classic style,
Brave
you're
Bird.
going to want a good flyer and maybe even defogger, while also getting fun tools like Aerial Ace, Close Combat, Brave Bird, or even U-Turn. So to help cover Infernape's other weaknesses, Weavile would be perfect. It beats both flying and psychic, but is also even stronger and faster than the starter with its dark and ice type skills.
And Weavile
Not
hella
quite as
fast.
sturdy, and it might take a little.
Back when I was in middle school and I used to play Pokemon, I had a homie named Adrian. I never even knew about Weavile. Well, I knew about him. I just didn't know how to get him. The homie Adrian came to school one day with a Weavile. We battled. Bro, his Weavile wiped out my whole starter.
A little longer to actually find one.
Ever
but
since
it's
then,
worth it to
I
fill out
knew.
your team, will
And that's when I
definitely
started to
help
fall
in
in
the
love
late
with
game, and
Scizor.
for sure help in the Elite Four. Another early adopter that could be good for you
Luxray.
is the Luxray family,
Fire.
which is solid in many respects. Hopefully Hopefully they'll learn some of those better attacks a bit earlier this time around, but even so, it's a great physical electric type to take on water and flying opponents. And it is yet another team member that you can get before the first major town. Some people might find it mediocre in battle, so you could trade it out for Electivire or Jolteon once you get a bit further in the region, but it is a nice aspect to contribute to the full Sinnoh experience. Water is always a prime addition to any team, with few weaknesses but plenty of offensive power. So here you will likely find a Buizel to join your team.
Nah.
There are some other choices like Gastrodon or even a Gyarados, but Floatzel is one of the best pure water types out there, and probably the best one that isn't a starter Pokemon. It's
Hey,
got
Aqua Jet be going
fantastic coverage
stupid.
like Ice Fang, Aqua Jet, or Crunch, all naturally through level up, with even more by TMs or tutors. So this speedy Seaweasel will surely be a valuable member of your team to pick up in the mid-game. The last spot is kind of hard to determine because there are just so many great options. Do we use Garchomp, Gallade, Drapion, or the fossils? Well, personally, I
Garchomp.
would say Roserade might be the best. Number one, it would probably be good to get a special attacker in here since the rest of the team is mainly physical, but it blossoms into an amazing Pokemon, with either attacks like Sludge Bomb or Weather Ball, or perhaps more supportive moves like Toxic Spikes or Leech Seed. Not to
Nah,
mention,
slap
this
the
is
shit out of
another
Roserade.
Pokemon that you can find very early on in your travels, so it'll have plenty of time to gain the required happiness level. It might take longer to find a shiny stone to reach its full potential, but you'll want to wait and be sure that Roselia learns all the best moves first anyway. But an added bonus is that its poison side can help handle Fairy, which wasn't in the Sinnoh region the last time we were there, so you'll be wise to have some precautions for it. You can at least try it out, and if it doesn't float your boat, you can always switch it out later for one of those other Pokemon.
I'm getting a
Now, this is
Garchomp.
by no means an exhaustive list. You obviously can succeed with different configurations, but this is a decent spread of some of the more powerful and easily available Pokemon that you can find in the Sinnoh region. That being said, what if you're like me? Because I can assure you I will not be picking a Chimchar, so what about the other two? Like if you pick Turtwig
Bro,
instead, some
Turtwig
things
weak.
would be different. It ends up being a ground type after all, so that adds to its versatility. But you probably wouldn't want to double down on grass types, so it can replace Roserade. But at the same time, the starter is also replaced, so our fire type will be gone, and we'll need to fill that in as well. My recommendation would be Houndoom,
Bro,
who is
Houndoom
a
goes
strong
stupid.
fiery canine that can be a bonus to just about any team. Now you might say, Houndoom wasn't available in Diamond and Pearl, and you would be right. But we've already seen things have changed this time around, since Houndoom was specifically shown to be obtainable in the secret Pokemon dens that they've added to the underground. So I'm not sure how easy that will be to make it happen, but at least it's a possibility now. Houndoom also has the further bonus of adding the Dark type, so that sort of makes Weavile redundant. You can still keep them both, don't get me wrong, but we also lost our fighting type when we swapped starters, so I would say Lucario might be a good bet.
Lucario go
On top of the
crazy.
fighting, it's also got the coveted Steel type
If you know about
resistances,
Lucario,
as well.
yeah, I used to play Pokemon Rangers. Nah, I don't really know too many people that used to play Pokemon Rangers. I used to play Pokemon Rangers, and that went crazy. And Mystery Dungeon. I like those
A host
games.
of great coverage moves,
Bone
and
Rush,
it can perform as a mixed attacker just like
Aurora
Inferno
Blast.
can. And I'm sure that they won't pass up the chance to give us that Riolu egg at the very least, if not some other new method.
Get that Lucario and Manaphy.
The rest of the team can likely stay the same from before, and like we said, there are other permutations that are allowed, but this setup will likely be one of the best ways to support your excellent choice of Torterra. After all, you don't want to double down on quad ice weaknesses.
Look at that strong
But
Garchomp.
if you've got refined taste like me, you'll hold out for the best of these starters, Empoleon. We talked about Steel's defensive prowess, but combined with water, it creates one of the best type combinations in the game, resulting in 10 resistances and immunity and only 3 weaknesses. Granted, they are pretty common weaknesses, but one of them's ground, which the water easily takes care of, not to mention the steel moves and flying and ice coverage.
If you use fighting,
So
he's
how can
down.
the rest of the team best adapt to support the Emperor's needs? Well, firstly, we can shelve Floatzel as a repeat and bring back in our Roserade friend. But I'd also say that Houndoom should go, since we don't exactly need to pile on the fighting weakness. So instead, I would say that we should go with the fire type Rapidash. Back in the day, this flaming
Rapidash
horse
gonna use
was the
bounce.
only fire type option we had, but it worked pretty well with some neat coverage available like Mega Horn and Solar Beam. Plus, you can find it right before the grass type gym and carry it on to use in the steel and ice type ones later, too. But since Empoleon is steel, I think we can forego Lucario as well. And it's not a one for one, but I would say Mamoswine would be a good fit.
Bro, Mamoswine, he's
Ground
not
is
good
always
to
a
me.
plus, but it's also a great way to counteract this metallic penguin's weakness to electric. Furthermore, its ice would be able to take out some fellow ground types, even if it is also weak to fighting, but hey, that's what the rest of the team is for, right? This probably wouldn't be available until you get up in the icy areas near the top, but it will be worth the wait for this prehistoric pachyderm. So, those are my recommendations for the teams in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, depending on which starter
Infernape is
As
the
I said, there
hardest
are
lineup.
plenty of worthwhile choices that could make up a team in the Sinnoh region, but these are some tried and true options that are battle proven in these specific scenarios. But if you do lose with this layout, don't blame me, because there are no shortage of team formations.
Nah, we
that
blaming
you.
you. You just gave your
in the new
suggestion,
Sinnoh
man.
remakes. So, how will you build your team for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? Let me know down in the comments.
I'm picking Infernape, and I'm picking my own starting lineup. But that was decent lineups that he chose. It's just if you lose and you chose those, you chose wrong. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll get back to you with more updates to the new Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and maybe some Pokemon Legends Arceus. Catch you on the flip side, relative.